Welcome. Tonight, leave behind the noise of the modern world. Dim the lights, close your eyes if you wish, and allow yourself to travel back through the quiet corridors of an ancient kingdom, where candles flickered against cold stone walls, and every whisper carried a secret. Our story begins in a forgotten land, a place that no longer appears on maps, a kingdom swallowed by time. Long before clocks measured the hours, there lived a young queen named Eleanor. She was admired across the kingdom for her kindness rather than her beauty. The people often said that when Queen Eleanor smiled, even the hardest winters seemed a little warmer. But behind the palace walls, there was one secret no one ever understood. Every night, the queen slept alone, not because she wished to, not because she feared company, but because of a promise she had made on the night she became queen. No one was ever allowed to enter her royal bedroom after sunset. Not her servants, not her guards, not even the king she was meant to marry. Many believed it was an ancient tradition. Others whispered it was a curse, but no one truly knew. Years passed. The king died during a distant campaign before their marriage was ever celebrated. Queen Eleanor never remarried. She ruled alone.
Every evening, as the palace prepared for sleep, servants would light 3 candles outside her chamber door. They would bow silently and leave. The heavy wooden door would close,
and it would not open again until sunrise. For 40 years, the same ritual never changed. The kingdom flourished under her gentle rule. Harvests were plentiful. Wars were avoided. Children grew up never knowing hunger. Yet people still wondered, why did the queen always sleep alone? Some believed ghosts visited her. Others believed angels protected her. Travelers carried strange stories from village to village. Each version became more mysterious than the last, but the queen never answered a single question. As time slowly painted silver into her hair, she became known as the Silent Queen. One autumn evening, an old palace gardener noticed something unusual. Every morning, fresh white flowers appeared on the queen's balcony. No servant placed them there, no gardener grew them, and no one ever saw who delivered them. The flowers had no scent, their petals never wilted. Even during winter snow, they remained perfect. The gardener spoke of them to no one. Some mysteries deserved silence. One winter night, a young palace maid accidentally stayed behind after cleaning the royal library. She realized too late that darkness had already fallen. As she hurried through the empty corridors, she heard something. Not crying, not singing, just a quiet voice speaking gently inside the queen's chamber. It sounded as though someone was comforting another person. The maid froze. There was only one voice, but it paused often, as if listening to someone who never answered. She never told another soul. Years drifted by like leaves carried upon a river. The queen grew older. Her steps became slower. Her hands trembled slightly whenever she signed royal letters.
Yet every evening, she climbed the same staircase, opened the same wooden door, and spent another night alone. When she reached 80 years of age, the royal physician begged her to allow attendants to remain nearby. She smiled kindly, then shook her head. "My promise is almost complete." That was all she said.
No one dared ask what promise she meant. A few weeks later, snow began falling before sunset. The palace became unusually quiet. Even the birds seemed to disappear. That evening, Queen Eleanor dismissed every servant earlier than usual. She thanked each of them by name. Some had served her for decades. Many wept without understanding why. Before closing her chamber door for what would become the final time, she whispered, "Thank you for waiting." The next morning, the palace remained silent. The candles outside her room had burned completely away. No movement came from within. At sunrise, the royal guards gently opened the ancient door. Queen Eleanor rested peacefully upon her bed. Her face carried the calmest smile anyone had ever seen. The room was warm, though the fireplace held no fire. The mysterious white flowers covered every windowsill. And beside her bed lay a faded letter.
Its paper had yellowed with age. The royal council carefully unfolded it. Inside were only a few simple words. If love must wait, then let it wait with patience. When 40 winters have passed, we shall meet again without fear. There was no signature, no date, only those words. The palace searched every archive. No record explained the letter.
No diary revealed its meaning. The Queen was buried beneath an old oak tree overlooking the eastern hills. Every spring afterward, small white flowers bloomed there. Flowers unlike any known in the kingdom. They required no gardener, no rain, no care. Travellers still visited the quiet hill for generations. Some came seeking answers. Others simply came for peace. They would sit beneath the old tree, listen to the wind moving softly through its branches, and remember the Queen who kept a promise longer than anyone believed possible. Perhaps history is not only written in battles, or crowns, or victories. Perhaps the greatest stories are hidden inside promises no one else can see. And perhaps some acts of love ask not for grand words, but for quiet patience. Tonight, as you drift towards sleep, remember Queen Eleanor, the woman who spent 40 years sleeping alone, not because she had no one to love, but because hope sometimes asks us to wait longer than we ever imagined. Thank you for listening. May your night be peaceful, and may your dreams carry you gently through the quiet halls of forgotten kingdoms.
good night.